Whoa, it's the Illusion reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. Here in the Terra Cruiser, Camarillo, California. Just got done putting 2 new tires on the front. Living up on Rainbow Mountain, we go through front tires. One of the drawbacks with living way up a canyon is tire wear. But whatever. Got to be grateful that I can just go down and pay for some new tires on the car and keep on moving. It only took like 20 minutes. So I took right across the street was the 101 freeway. So I took Al there so he could watch the 18-wheelers go by. Boy gets excited, man. Loves watching the big rigs jam on by. And so I was sitting there and I was like, you know, the Terra Cruiser's just, I don't know, dude. I mean, it's still going, but man, it seems to just be accumulating problems, right? And then I realized, man, I've put almost 90,000 miles on this car in the last 3 years, right? That's trippy in itself. And then I realized, man, 90,000 miles, I almost drove around the earth 4 times, right? Almost drove around the earth 4 times. And realistically, I haven't even left my neighborhood. I put 90,000 miles on a car basically in like a 30-mile radius, dude. I mean, I went up to San Francisco once and done a couple mini missions, but I haven't racked up any like big mile adventures or anything. 90,000 miles driving around in circles, dude. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, dude. I know. I don't even know what to make of it, man. I really don't know what to make of it. So anyway, you know, I got this buddy of mine who's like a professional car salesman. Like, they call him in for the big sales because he's a closer. He's like the gnarliest. Billy, my good friend Billy. And so I called him up and I was like, look, man, I gotta get a car, man. This car is just like shrank. Seemed like a big car when I first got it, held all the surfboards, but you know, I got strollers and kids, and you know, we're gonna homeschool next year, so it's time to start doing some road missions and stuff. And I'm like, I need to get a 4-wheel drive, dude. Camper shell, the whole thing, dude, because I like to get out there and get where 2-wheel drive cars can't go. And so my buddy Billy's like, look, dude, and I'm like so tired of like flashing warning lights and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, I was gonna just get a new car. And my buddy Billy's like, dude, don't do it, man. Get a car that's a couple years old. The payment will come down. So I'm scrolling through like Toyota Tacomas and whatever, and they're all like 24 grand, right, on average. I'm looking at the payments, right? Like $500, $390 was like a low one on the monthly nut, right? And I'm like, who's got that kind of money, right? I see people driving around in brand new cars, and that's where my buddy Billy's like, dude, the payment on a brand new car is, you know, so if you get some new car and they're like 30 grand, 40 grand for a brand new car, that's like a $700 a month nut, $800 a month. And I'm like, who's got that kind of dough? Throw in insurance, gas, all that nonsense, right? I'm like, who's got that kind of a dough, man, to be rolling around in a new car? And I was listening to some stuff about you know, how there's just a big bubble in the car industry, that actually they've been having like real low sales lately, and maybe it's a good time to get a car, dude, because they got to be desperate to get rid of their inventory. Anyway, not even my trip. I'm more tripped. So like, for example, there's this kid I know. I don't really know him that well, just a working acquaintance of the hologram, and he got a brand new Audi, right? And I'm like, this guy's working at rehab, dude. There's not a lot of, it's a low paycheck now. And I'm like, that guy's probably spending like $1,000 a month on just like paperwork payments on that Audi. And I was like, that's crazy to me. Because I'm one of those, man. Like the concept of having a payment of $400 a month on a car, I'm so over cars. Like there's a part of me that wants to move back to Portland, Oregon, where you don't really need to have a car, man. That was the thing I really liked about living up in Portland, was like, you just didn't need to have a car. Mass transit was beautiful. You could ride a bike everywhere when it wasn't raining. You know, it's nice to have a car to get out of the city, but I don't know, man. Slave to the car, dude. Slave to the car. So I was looking at the thing and I'm like, well, I just drive the Volvo till the wheels fall off. Literally, dude. I don't know how, that could be tomorrow though. At this point with the Volvo, the Terra Cruiser, I don't even know if it's a Terra Cruiser anymore. It's just a Volvo. It really hasn't cruised the Terra, dude. I mean, though, I've racked up 90,000 miles, bro, in 3 years going in circles. It freaks me out. I should have driven to South America and back at least once, right? What, were you gonna do that in a Volvo? No, you need a 4-wheel drive. And then the irony is, to actually use a 4-wheel drive means you gotta go beat on the thing. So you're gonna take your new car, you're paying $500 a month for the next like 4 years or whatever, and you're gonna go beat on it. I don't know, man. The whole car thing's crazy, dude. Cause like, I'm one of those, like, why would you get a 4-wheel drive car if you're not gonna use it, man? You know what I mean? I know, I live in a land down here in Southern California, man. All these people have 4-wheel drive cars, dude, and they're like, keep them in pristine condition. I don't get it, man. You're supposed to take your 4-wheel drive out there and go banging around, man. Get some places, check some stuff out. But, you know, that's just me. Thinking about cars today. I'm not gonna be buying a car today, dude. I got tires, dude. I'm a cheapskate. Even having to spend a couple $100 on tires sucks, man. I'm so over like payments, dude. Like that's the one thing with the Terra Cruiser here. Terra Cruiser 3. No more payments on it. I own this thing, dude, for better or worse. And well, that's a plus. But dude, the minute I gotta sink any real money into this thing, dude, I'll leave it on the side of the highway with the hazards flashing, man. They can come get a wrecker. That's my buddy Billy's all about that. He's like, you know, when you really break it down, dude, I'll catch up to the big rigs. That's the owl in the back. We got past, we're pulling onto the PCH, and we got passed by a big gravel truck, dude. He screams until you catch up to it. And it's a 1-lane road, so I don't know. Anyway, it's the Illusion. I had nothing to complain about, man. I'm driving around in circles collecting miles. Peace. Don't forget to subscribe. Go to my Etsy account. Buy a bunch of art, man. Get me into a new car.